Hey, how's it going there, your old pal Jim, Super Picker Flippin' Duo. We are going to do some shipping today. Workshop's a mess. I don't know. I would say sorry, but, you know, that's life. We are not in a, you know, this is a work environment. I keep saying that, but yeah, it is. I mean, we work here. My cat's floating around. You just saw him over here somewhere. Now he's rubbing up on me because he wants to leave. I'm not going to open the door because he's in and out all freaking day long. The wife's outside on the phone with a friend, and she'll be joining me soon. She was in here taking pictures while I was inside working on pricing stuff. Cat's meowing. Yeah, so we've got some stuff to ship. And one thing I wanted to bring up before I turn the camera. First, let me say, we've been doing this thing for nearly 14 years. We're full-time eBay sellers. We sell everything and anything, mostly board games, as you can see here. But board games have slowed down. So what you're going to see from our list is basically everything. We sell a little bit of clothes. We sell some like hair care products. I'm just looking through. We sold a baseball glove. We sold some media storage. We sold a kid's toy, kitchen stuff, some deodorant, like just whatever sells, we'll sell it. So if you're into just selling on eBay and tips and tricks and how we do things, I'm not going to say the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it, or, you know, the best way. The way that we do it, what works for us. You want to learn a different way to do things maybe than what you're doing or what another channel is doing, check us out. See if you like us. If you do, great. Subscribe. If you don't, thanks for watching. Tune in again next time. Maybe you'll like us then. Who knows? But thanks for watching. So let's get into it and see what we shipped. We'll talk about what I want to talk about, which is a comment from our last video from Freddie. So let's get to it. All right, so first thing up, you've got a 3-pack of these deodorants. These are Old Spice Volcano spray deodorants. They have to go ground, which is fine. All of our stuff goes ground. We don't ship stuff overnight or second day or anything like that. So we'll be shipping that. And let's talk about Freddie's question on our last video, which is, do you think a single person can make $100,000 a year doing eBay by themselves, working 40 to 50 hours a week? And I'm going to say, and I thought about it, and I still don't, still in the air. So I'm going to say it depends. And I know that's a bit of a cop-out. But I can think of reasons why they can't and reasons why they can. It totally depends on process. It totally depends on availability to sourcing, and just how good you are at it. You know, how refined is your process? How refined are you? How efficient are you at doing what you're doing? I think it can be done. Yes, it can be done. Can everybody do it? Absolutely not. No. It would be a struggle for a lot of people to get to 100,000. Like, I don't know that I could do it by myself living where I live here. Because locally, here in Dover, Delaware, I've got 1, 2, 3, I mean, let's say 6 thrift stores, 7 thrift stores. within 40 minutes of where I live. And if we want to go out, let's say 45 minutes, there's probably 10 thrift stores. That's not enough. Because to make $100,000 a year thrifting, you have to thrift every day. You have to list what you buy every day, and you have to have access to good stuff, and that's just not here. So I don't think it's possible for me to do it on my own. Now I do think I do think it is possible, like living in North Carolina, right outside Raleigh, where I had access to between 30 and 40 thrift stores within a half an hour of where I live. I could go out and thrift every single day and hit those, list every day. I also had access to sending stuff into Amazon from the stuff that I thrifted, which Amazon sellers don't have access to that now. So it's, but if you're just looking at eBay, can you make $100,000 on eBay by yourself, working 30 to 40 or 40 to 50 hours a week? It's possible. Not likely. Possible. And you have to be consistent. I mean, eBay is the ultimate, you get out of it what you put into it business, If you only work 20 hours a week, you're going to get 20 hours worth of income out of it. You see, I said I wasn't going to let the cat out, and then I just let the cat out. So, but if you're not willing to work hours and list and picture and clean and do all of that yourself, next up, Conair, more hot sticks. Sold this for $27.06. By the way, we sold those deodorants for I think $18, $17.50. So this is free shipping. It's all free shipping. I think I'll let you know if it's not free shipping. Then if you're not willing to do it all yourself, then it's going to be very hard to make any kind of money doing this. So I don't know. I mean, you also, and this is where I struggle, you have to be able to source from more places. And I do have access to some auctions close by, not a ton. They're not great. I do have a couple of pallet liquidation sellers that are close by, but they're okay for Amazon. When Amazon allowed you to do that, they're really cracking down on that kind of stuff. But for eBay, that kind of stuff doesn't do that great. It's really hard to do well with that stuff on eBay. So people have done well with lost mail pallets. I haven't seen those close by to me, and I'm not willing to travel 3 hours on a gamble like that, like sight unseen inventory, because it's all still packaged in boxes and stuff. I'm not willing to take that much of a risk of a gamble on product that I just don't know what it is. driving that far away, and wasting a whole day on a gamble. But people have done well with it. So like I said, it really, really depends on your location, what's available to you, how hard are you willing to work. Because you could work 50, 60 hours and just totally not do anything, like just waste your time with it. Is your process good? That's a big thing. Are you efficient with it? If you're going to sell clothes, how many shirts can you picture in an hour? How many shirts can you buy in a day? Can you buy 30 shirts in a day, take pictures of all of them after you've prepped and get them listed? If you can buy 30 shirts, but you can only list 10 shirts, you're not going to make 100,000. So it's very much up to the person, but that's only part of it. Pampered Chef Chopper, not in great shape. We only sold this guy for $18, but you look at it's all messed up there. You can see it. I think we only spent like $2 or $3 on this. I thought maybe I could do a little bit better, but yeah, no such luck. So, and it's going to Okeechobee, Florida, so it's South Florida, which sucks. That's, basically sending it as far south as it'll go, aside from like Key West. But yeah, that's where free shipping kind of kicks me in the balls. But what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? So yeah, I mean, it's a very tough question to answer with so many different variables affecting the outcome of the answer, right? Because you just don't, you don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody can say, because it's up to the person. But I guess if you just give a generic can a person? Yes, a person can. Yes. But there's always a but, and it's, that's what counts. Can I do it? No. I'm confident that I cannot do it. I believe that I can have good months, where I have $100,000 months, where I could do that consistently throughout the year. I could have $100,000 a year. But I can't be consistent year round and hit $100,000. Not even me and Ashley combined. Like if we were to go out separately and do all that, just no. And that's just because even if we were to go out separately and just stay local, like what do we got? Like we'll hit 4 stores each. Like that's nothing, So yeah, it would be hard for anybody to hit $100,000 a year by themselves after fees, after, you know, cost of goods, after putting back into the business. That's what I'm assuming. I mean, he said after fees and so I'm assuming $100,000 in your bank account at the end of the year is what I'm assuming you're saying. So next up, we got this Revereware 2-quart copper bottom. It is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. No, it's a pretty light stamp, but it is, yeah, it's not coming up. Double ring, which is pre-1968. It's Riverside, California, which I've never seen. I'm sure out there you see it a lot, but for in Delaware, we don't see the Riverside, California is a whole lot. Riverside, California, as far as a manufacturer location, doesn't get a whole lot or any more than Clinton, Illinois, or Rome, New York. But it was just interesting to me because I'd never seen it before. So, yeah. So, that's what I think about making $100,000. It's possible, yes. It'll be hard. You have to be creative. You have to be willing to, you know, bust your ass and source everywhere. You have to be really good about budgeting your money and your time. And your process has to be super, super efficient. If you're going to do it by yourself. Like, Ashley and I, we do this together, and our process is super, super efficient. We can get through items super fast. Our prep time is really, really quick. Yesterday we took the day off, so we have some stuff just sitting here. These boxes are empty, by the way, not this box. This box has our new Ground Advantage padded flat rates, which I'm not going to cheat and ship FedEx and UPS with that stuff, although you could. They don't care, but sorry, I'm still on my first coffee. They don't care, but I just doesn't sit right with me, so I'm not going to do that. So I might use it to pad, like if it's something simple that needs just a bit of bubble wrap, I may just stick it in that and then stick it in a poly bag or something like that. But yeah, so. And we've got some 12-12-8 boxes, and that's all from Poshmark, by the way. You can get that through Poshmark if you're a Poshmark seller. They will send you out free Ground Advantage boxes, bags, just boxes and bags. But they have regular poly mailers, padded poly mailers, 12-12-8, and I think 13-9-6, 14-9-6, a weird size. If you want to go that route. They limited me to 100. 100 units, so I could only get 50 and 50. But now that it's delivered, I can get 100 more. So, if I want to do that, I can do that. Which I may, but we just did a box order. I do have to order some 10-8-6s. My 12-12-8s are still over here. That's why this bin is so high. So those have to go under this counter. I may order some poly bags, but I just did a big poly bag order, so I've got a bunch of the two sizes that I use the most. And really, Poshmark isn't that busy, where, you know, they only use ground advantage, so they're not that busy. Did I print this? I don't think I did. This whole not printing the label right when it comes, right when I hit buy the label is really annoying me. eBay, gotta fix that crap. Yeah, so other than that stuff, I don't know. I mean, next up we got this vintage coffee carafe, stainless, brown. It's by a German brand called Dr. Zimmermann, made in West Germany. The model is Niederrolle, and it's just a little simple carafe, not thermos. Usually I buy the thermoses, but I saw this one, and I was like, huh, Dr. Zimmermann, that's different. And it's on the smaller side. Sold this for $24, and it took a while, but they always take a while. These coffee carafes are pretty slow sellers, which is why I don't really buy them unless I buy them for like $2, $3, because they are a bit bulky in the totes that we store them in. So we'll only keep, I don't know, 4 or 5 on hand, and we really don't buy them unless we buy them super cheap. Done on your call. Another thing, we stopped. Now the cat wants to come back in. You hear this guy? Come on. Stopped using Flipwise, not because it's a bad service. It's a great service. I would not have stopped using it if I hadn't started cross-listing. Now that we're cross-listing, Flipwise is not the most efficient bookkeeping or sales tracking software. So we're going, Nifty has, with their automation and cross-listing, it ends up being the same price if you do, because you have to pay for them separately, right? So it's like $40 to cross list and $30 to get your automation. But it comes with analytics. I think you can cross list with analytics as well. I don't know. I don't know. I just bought both sides of it so that I can get the automation part and the cross-listing part, and then all of my sales data from all the platforms. I get all of that, like, built in. So, if I had stayed with Flipwise, I would have had to have manually entered all of my off eBay sales from Mercari, Poshmark, Depop into Flipwise, which is not efficient at all. So if Flipwise wants to come up with a way to integrate other platforms, I will gladly go back, because I like their interface better, but it's just so, it's not, it takes a while to input sales, which is why we can't do that. So $7.12 to ship this thing. It's going to Illinois, Skokie. Been shipping a lot of UPS Ground Saver recently. That's another thing. We went through all of our transactions over the last month or so, and found that we did have to pay some overage, shipping overages. Next up is this Echo tongs. Sold this for $11.25 free shipping. We did have some shipping overages that we had to pay for. Every single overage charge was from UPS. So, yeah. Definitely, whenever you ship UPS, whether it's ground, their economy service, whatever it is, they are checking like every shipment. And it's probably just their systems are better than FedEx, I'm sure. Definitely better than US Mail. I'm positive of that. And they are catching a lot more, because I'll do it like, if it's right at 3-inch box or 4-inch box, I put 4. I don't round it up. And they're probably saying that no, it needs to be rounded up, and then they're dinging me and they're charging me for that extra. So yeah, don't. Now I've got to, you know, when I put it in, or when Ashley puts it in, there's no price difference for us when we put it in, usually. Like if we're going from 4 to 5, typically there's no price difference, or it's just a few cents. So if it's just a couple of cents, just pay for it up front, than, you know, having UPS hit you for another $4 or $5 after the fact. Yeah, so this is going to Maine at 4 ounces, so $5 ship cost. Ground Advantage. Can't ship anything for less than $5 now, it seems like. Next up, we've got this. Take it out of the bag. Got it in there. All right. This is a Fisher Price Thinkamals. I don't know what you call these things. Ring thing with a llama head. I don't know. $40. Sorry, $45. I think we sold it for $40, and then we've now got a $5 surcharge to California, I think is what's going on there. No, it went to Texas, so this is just $45. $45 for old llama ring toy. Yeah. So don't pass up the kids' toddler toy sections, because even though this guy's a little bit newer, hope the batteries are out. Yep. $45. And it did sit for a little bit, like a month or so. So that's going. Yeah. So like I said at the beginning, we sell everything. I mean, we're going from kitchen tongs to llama ring toy to we've got a board game next, and then a baseball glove, and yeah, so. And it's fun. It's fun to go into a thrift store and have a wide variety of stuff to be able to look at and make money on. So. Those are the BOLOs. The stuff that other people ignore, as far as I'm concerned. Because how many times have you seen ring toys at the thrift stores? I'm guessing dozens. Like that sloth or the Fisher Price beat bow. We only really sell Fisher Price stuff. Those tend to do the best. Baby Einstein's pretty good. VTech can be okay. Leapfrog can be okay. But Fisher Price is really that's where your consistent sales are. See, now I'm all nervous because UPS has dinged me. They dinged me $12.95 for the Game of Life Twists and Turns. I don't remember what the dimensions were on that, but that's like my whole profit on a board game, you know. Like a helicopter or something flying. We live about 2 miles away from Dover Air Force Base, so we get low-flying planes all the time, and not commercial airline. It's like the big C5, like cargo planes. Like an F-18 flew by the other day. Sometimes Air Force One flies overhead. Like, it's really cool. I think it's cool. It gives her a panic attack. But I think it's cool. Next up, Richard Scarry's Busy Town. We buy this game all the frickin' time, so we sell it all the frickin' time for $33.75, free shipping. And we sold this to California. Why was there no... No extra $5 on here.
It's right there.
Oh, it's right here. Okay, yes. So it's $33.75 plus the $5 shipping paid. So $38.75 with that extra $5. And we're only charging the extra $5. I'm charging the extra $5. She wants to charge $3. I'm saying $5. Because that's about the difference between shipping across the country versus shipping to the next state over. This cat. Come on, Bing. Hi. This cat is in and out. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. All frickin' day. In about 5 minutes or less, he's going to want to go back out. So yeah, we decided, and this is another thing. Freddie comments a lot, and I appreciate I appreciate every comment, and I don't always comment back. I do read them all. A lot of times it's, you know, when I'm in the middle of doing something or driving or in a thrift store or whatever, so I can't comment back. And but he has mentioned for a while, like, why don't you just throw a surcharge to the West Coast? So finally broke down and did that, and it's working out well. So thank you for that suggestion. And sales to the West Coast have slowed, but not enough to really kill my my income. I'm still getting some. Which is fine. I can deal with that. I think maybe if I do drop it to $3, I'll get a bit more, but I don't know. I think $5 is a good... I think that's a good number. Huh?
I think $3 is more realistic.
I think $3 is more accurate. But I think if you live in California, you can pay $5. Because a lot of times, the offers that come in that are low are from the West Coast. So that's another reason why I'm not going too cheap on that, you know, extra little bit for shipping to the West Coast. Now I have to double make sure that, see, now I'm measuring it out, 18, 11, 3, but it's right at 3. So I'll probably do 18, 11, 4, which is what I have in here. 18, 11, 4, 4 pounds. Well, this is going FedEx ground economy, so it doesn't even matter because they don't. FedEx is like, I don't know what goes on there, but they are. They barely run things as a business should be run. All right, let's get this labeled. Then we've got our next items ready to go. Next up, in the bin, we've got 2 boxes of baseball cards. Stadium Club 2021 blaster boxes. Sold these for $25 a piece, so $50. Think it's going to Texas. Yep, going to Texas. No bubble wrap needed, just a little bit of tape, just a little bit of paper. Make sure they don't bang around too much. Into a box and off it goes. 14 ounces. See, he wants back out already, this cat. I see you over there by the door. Yeah. This guy. let's go. Back out. We do this all day long with the in and out stuff. All right, what's next? We'll do the baseball glove next. Sold this for $42. This Wilson A950 14-inch glove. 42 bucks, free shipping. Just going to Wilmington. And it's still gonna go UPS ground saver. Actually, you know, we're gonna use one of these and just ship it USPS if it'll fit. Oh, I ripped it. See if I can get it over and then just tape it the rest of the way. We'll send it like that. 618 just done that. Ground saver would have been $5.90. Ground advantage, you'll get it there a little bit faster. So we'll do the customer service thing. Last thing on eBay coming, and then we got one on Poshmark. We've got this SRW 5-inch floppy storage with the multicolored things. Sold this for $21 because there's a crack here and it's worse than you can see. Yeah, I can't really get it to show. Well, a little bit there, but there's a crack there, and this is not, it's kind of rough up here. So we took a few dollars off for that. So this one sold a lot faster than the last one, with the damage. So I guess the price was right. Last one I only sold for $24.95, so it's not like I took off a ton. Nothing too complicated to ship today, which is nice. Hopefully it fits in here. Looking at what I sold today, and I don't remember getting a notification for, we sold a electric can opener from like the 60s. I don't remember getting a notification for that guy. I had it forever, and I just sold it because I dropped the price way down just to get rid of it, because they're from the 60s. They're kind of bulky because they're not the little like just cylinder. They've got like a big stand, and then it's a bigger on. It's just takes up space. Get my measurements because I'm all nervous. The thing is, as well, with these Walmart boxes, like it says 12.8 and I'm measuring it and it's 12, but then it's like just over 8. So I'm putting in 12.8 because I'm trusting what the box says, but it's like 12.8 and a 16th. So am I getting dinged for that? Should I be putting 12.9? 3 pounds? Yeah, 3 pounds. This is going FedEx ground economy, so. The UPS has me real nervous about overages. And the last month it was only, I don't know, 3 or 4, but it was like 355 and then almost $13. I was like, at least it wasn't like 40, but yeah, still. Anyway, that's all we got. Well, I got the Poshmark thing, but whatever. It's a Biddeford. Picked them up at the bins. I'll show you what it is, but Biddeford bed or electric blanket control for, I think I sold it for $20. So yeah, so that's all I got left to ship. We're at 45 minutes, so that's good enough. So yeah, that's what we got. Can you make $100,000? Yes. Is it likely? No. It depends on a lot of factors, personal factors and environmental factors, geographical factors. But can it be done? Yes. Not likely. So that's what I think. That's what I believe to be the truth. Other channels may blow smoke. Other channels may say absolutely not. I'm kind of in the middle. Like, yeah, it is, but yeah, probably not. And a lot of that is, people come into eBay thinking that, it's easy. Then they realize it's not. And then they don't want to do the work to get to that point. So, and we're not at that point. I will say that. We are not making $100,000 salary doing this. So, what?
He's back.
The cat wants to come back in. This cat is ridiculous. Driving me crazy with this in and out all the time. The hell's your problem? Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horseshit. We will catch you next time.